Greetings. I'm here to do my debrief on my shadow of the week. My shadow of the week is my version of Shop My Stash or makeup bag of the week. And this week I was practicing for holiday ladylike looks. When I go out for the holidays, I'm generally in an academic context. I'm still a professor. And so I like to go fairly classic and fairly neutral, which is a surprise because during the week, as you know, I usually am playing with lots of color on the face and on the eyes. But for the holidays, I tend to just go very, very simply. So this look is going to be a very, very simple look. Let me tell you what I've already done. I've done my brows. I used my 100% pure in cocoa bean and vanilla sugar mixed. I also used a primer, and for the primer I used this from the Philosophy palette. It is a shade called Honey Gold. It is an illuminizer and a primer built in. For foundation, I used my Philosophy Cream 2 Satin Foundation. I also put on from this collection a little bit of this lip shade, but that won't be the only shade I used. I just put that on so I could see my lips while I was working. And I have concealed under the eyes using one of my numerous concealers, none of which I particularly like, but I did do the concealing work under the eyes. So I'll get started with the rest of the look, and again, it is quite simple. I'm going to start with this shade here. It is Cream Shadow from Pumpkin and Poppy, and it is called Lady of Light. And while I'm there, I think I'll pop a little under the brow. Next, I'm going to work on some soft contouring, and to do that, I'm going to use this kind of mixed palette. This is from Pink Papaya. I'm using their angled brush. I'm just going to pull out these. There are actually two shades right there, but they're so similar that you really can't tell. But I'm going to pull those out and use those for a contour. Very, very soft contour. Next, I'm going to work on liner, and for liner, instead of using black, I'm going to use this dark brown. This is a Buxom product. I do like this. This is one of those gel liners, and it works very, very easily, but these do have phenoxyethanol in them. It's a product I've had for a while, and once it's done or dries out or something, I will replace it probably with 100% pure gel liner. I'm not going to wing out to the side or anything like that. I am going to go a little thicker in the middle to open the eyes this way. I'm also going to go ahead and tightline with this under the upper lash. Now I'm going to put a little bit of that liner right in the middle under the eye. I'm going to take this palette from Un Beauty. This is one I got in my swap with the Moshe Chic, and I'm going to take this shade right here and go straight back over that eyeliner. Just intensifies it a bit, and it also, this has a bit of a maroon shade to it, and it just makes my eyes pop a little bit more. And I'm going to take that shadow just right here to join it up. Just pulled a bit of that up right here just to deepen that outer corner a tiny bit. But again, this is a very subtle, light look. So I don't do anything like an extreme wing or anything of that sort. Since this is the holiday, I'm going to pop the lid with a bit of gold. However, I'm using this Body Language Master the Look pot of gold. It is like a micro pavé shimmer. Very, very, very subtle. It will twinkle in some light, but it's such a subtle, subtle shimmer. Okay, so that gold shadow is on. There it is. I'm going to curl my lashes and apply mascara and be right back. Okay, my mascara is on. Here is the finished eye look. And that's really all there is to that. I'm going to go ahead and work on the cheeks. For cheek color, I'm going to start with this Philosophy product. This is a cream blush called Orchid, and I like to use this really just to contour the cheek area. And next I'm going to take this Debutante Cream Blush from Pumpkin and Poppy. It gives just a little bit of color and quite a bit of glow. At first I didn't like this. I was like, oh, it's not dark enough for a blush, it's not light enough for a highlight, and now I have absolutely fallen in love with it. Might have been that my skin got lighter and pinker, and so while it didn't show particularly well when I was tan, which means basically I go a little bit yellow, it now shows on my uber pale skin. There it is. It is quite subtle as well. Next I'm going to do a little bit of contouring. I'm using this product from Your Best Friend. Start with this darkest shade. Just do it right here. And now I will mix these two shades for the rest of the contouring. Go up here, get into that hairline, make a V. It's time to do the lips, and since I've gone so subtle on the rest of my face, I'm going to have some fun with the lips. I'm starting with the 100% pure lipstick in the color Cherry. I'm also going to use this lip liner by Anne-Marie Borland in the shade Black Raspberry. I really like this. I tend not to like lip pencils. They're always kind of dry and tuggy, but this is not. And so I really am enjoying this, and it's a natural product. So very happy with this Anne-Marie Borland lip pencil. That's on. I'm going to blot. And now it is time for the Cherry. The last thing that I'm going to do is highlight, because I have rather small lips and they're not evenly shaped, and so I don't want that kind of dark intensity all over, so I'm going to be highlighting the middle of the lip. First I wanted to correct that side. I'm going to blot again. Ah, the wonder that is red lips. Takes more work than it seems. It should, but it does. To highlight, I used this shade by Pumpkin and Poppy, Roxy. That is pretty much the look. The last thing that I am going to do is put a glow product all over the face just to kind of soften the lines where I've contoured. To do that, I could use that same Pink Papaya product, just swirl my brush in that. Normally I would, but I wanted to finish up this All Natural Face Vegan Glow. This is their original, and this is my favorite of those glow products. I really just like the original. It comes in a lot of other shades, but for me, the original worked, so that's what I'm using. To be kind of careful with powders because I am so dry, but this one, if I apply it very lightly, seems to be fine. It is not wickedly drying me out. The last thing I'm going to do is set everything with this Youthful Trends Caffeinated Makeup Primer. Sometimes I use it for a primer, but today I used that Philosophy Primer. So today this will just be for setting. I'm going to spray this brush 3 times. 1, 2, 3, and then just go over the face with it. And that is my Ladylike holiday look. Very simple, very plain, very professorial, very serious for me, but it does have a bright lip, and that's kind of fun. Did want to say I'm a big fan of faux fur, so only polyester was harmed during the making of this garment. No need to worry. This one, fake. As always, thank you so much for watching. We're coming up on Thanksgiving week, and I know for a lot of people it's a very happy time to be with family. For other people, it can be quite stressful, particularly if there are ruptures or if there's sadness in the family. So I'm wishing you all a happy, happy, happy Thanksgiving with many things to be grateful for. If it's a difficult time for you, please remember you cannot change other people. You can't change the way they behave. You can, however, control your response to them. So don't let the turkeys get you down. Make it a great, great Thanksgiving week. Bye.